this video, I'm gonna be telling you guys how I've made over $1 million at the age of 18 years old and some tips and tricks that I would give you guys to maximize the amount of money you can make while you're young, save amount as much money as you make young, and take care of your family. So these are just some personal tips that I've written down in my notes that I'm gonna be giving you guys. And I got around 10 questions for y'all, so I'm not gonna do too much talking. If y'all new here, if you don't know who I am, my name is Caprice. I'm the owner of the brand Project Capri. As you can see right here, I've been an entrepreneur around 3 years now. I've made over $2 million in e-com total now, and yeah, everything's just getting started for me, so I kind of wanted to just make this sit-down video. Now, my first tip is going to be use your phone as an asset, not a liability. Now, everyone watching this video has the same access to Safari, Google, TikTok, anything. We all have the same access. So your phone should always be an asset to you, not a liability. If you're just mindlessly scrolling all day, watching brain rot TikTok videos and shit like that, then it's going to be a liability to what your future could be. And if you make it an asset where you're watching stuff about learning about anything, even if it's not all day. Now, I'm not saying you have to be a goody two-shoes and just be on your phone learning shit all day, because of course I like to watch a good YouTube video and scroll on TikTok here and there, but definitely want to make sure that it has more pros than it has cons. So if you're gonna spend 6, 7, 8 hours a day on your phone, at least try to dedicate one of those videos to learning something new that you didn't know before. My next tip is gonna be consistency. Now, when I started off my entrepreneur journey like 2-3 years ago, I was just doing every side hustle that came my way, trying to see whichever can make me the most money the fastest. Now, what you'll realize is that rich is quick and wealth is long term. So it's gonna take long to build something that's actually worth building. You know what I mean? So once I actually locked in on one thing and consistently put my effort into it over and over, I actually started to see growth. There was multiple times where I did multiple side hustles like shoe reselling, selling water bottles, drop shipping, and just jumping from business to business module. And if I would have just stuck with one of them for maybe a year straight, they probably would have taken off. So whatever you want to lock in with, I definitely say use consistency. Don't jump around. Don't think you got to do everything that everyone else is doing, and it'll definitely help you basically make money and save money for sure. All right, tip number 3 is to not get too happy about your goals before you actually get them done, or don't tell people what you want to get done before it actually is done, right? So let me tell you guys a quick story. I was a junior in high school. I was going to school out in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I had finally made enough money with my brand. I was about to get one of my dream cars, as you guys know, my 2018 Trackhawk. And I was telling people for months that I was finna get this car. I was like, bro, I'm finna get this Trackhawk, boom, boom. That Trackhawk ended up getting delayed for like 4 or 5 months of me getting it. Everyone at my school thought I was capping and I wasn't actually gonna get one. It got delayed for numerous reasons. One, once I got it, the second day it leaked radiator fluid and I had to pay $3 grand to get something fixed on it. So all I'm saying is not everyone has the best intentions for you, right? So if you're going around telling your goals to people, if that person secretly has animosity towards you or doesn't really want that goal to come true for you, they're gonna be manifesting against your dreams. And once the hate takes over the positiveness, then there's really nothing you can do. So what I like to do now is I don't really talk about anything, brag about anything, or speak on any of my goals until they're basically accomplished or done or set in stone, so that nobody can void them from happening. So that's one thing I would do. And also it gives you a false sense of security. Like, let's say you're saying, oh, by the end of senior year, I'm about to go grab me a Lexus. When you're talking about it too much, you damn near feel like you actually got it done. And then when you feel like you actually got it done, you work not as hard towards it as you're supposed to. So don't think that you got stuff done beforehand just because you got a plan for it. Go execute it. Then once it's done, go ahead, tell all your peoples, tell all your friends. All right, my next tip is gonna be try to get your money in bulk amounts. Now, what I mean by that is when you're young, you're gonna wanna push your money away from you as much as you can. So when I receive money, I'll push money into stock accounts, high yield savings accounts, separate bank accounts. Shit, I used to even do cash just to get it out of my bank account. Now, I know everyone can relate that you check your bank account and a couple $100 is gone and you don't even remember what the hell it got spent on, or Apple took $109, you know what I mean? So when you're young, you definitely want to push all your money away from you and make it make money for you so that you'll have longevity. Because if not, I promise you I will blow it. When I first made my first 30K when I was around 15, 16, me and my cousin Dre both made our first 30K online. We was at the mall every week buying all the shoes we couldn't get before and everything like that, just trying to get everything we couldn't do before and do experiences that we couldn't. So, and what happens is we basically blew through that money, ran through it. And once you blow through your first 10, 20, 30 grand online, that'll teach you all the financial freedom and financial literacy that you'll know, and you won't never want that to happen again. So what I mean by try to get your money in bulk amounts is, for instance, I own a clothing brand, so my Shopify payments, I'll have them, let's say, hit every Friday or every Monday instead of coming every day. Or let's say you're job offers you, which is another trick that 9-to-5s do, keep you needing them, is I heard there's something where you can, like, whatever you make that day, you can get it that same day. Now, quote me if I'm wrong, but I had a friend that you could, whatever, like, let's say you made $100 that day at your job, you could get it that day. Never do that. Let it come every month. Stack those checks up. It's gonna be much harder for you to blow a $1,500, $2,000 check that comes at one time than if you're getting $100 a day. Once you put some gas in your car, get some Uber Eats, and buy some VC for 2K, all that money's gone. So definitely get them in bigger increments so that you can disperse them and plan for your money accordingly. What I like to do is use a Google Sheet. So if I know I just did a drop, I have a $500,000 coming in, okay, I gotta send 40K here for a bulk production, 15K here for shipping, and then I gotta put, boom, this amount of money for the SMS text that I sent out, and then now I can calculate how much money I actually get to keep. And then from that money, you break it down and you either put it away and invest it or rebirth it back into the business. And now with what I said, putting it back into the business, that leads me into my next tip, which is do not pay yourself first. Now, in the industry that I'm in e-com, I have a clothing brand. We're one of the only business modules where we pay ourselves first. We'll have our first 10, 20, 30K months, and guess what? We'll go buy a new pair of shoes. In every other business module, and for like the mom and pop shops out there, sometimes they'll still be working regular jobs while their business is making good money because you have to pay the business. If you don't pay the business early on, it'll eventually flatline, right? So as you're coming up, all that money that's coming out of the business needs to either be put back into it or put aside for the taxes, state fees, whatever you're gonna need for your business, right? So what I would do is I would figure out how much a month you're gonna wanna pay yourself a base salary. I, on average, make anywhere from $200,000 to $600,000, $700,000 a month, depending on the month, if I have a release or not, if I do an event or not. So I'll say, okay, personally, I'll pay myself $50K a month, right? And that's how much money I have to work with. So if I want to go to LA and take a trip, if I want to go get some Balenciaga boots, that has to come out of my pay, and everything else has to stay to the business. What I'll give y'all is ignore financial advice from someone that you wouldn't take life advice from. So a lot of you guys, let's say you work a job and you got a coworker that you just chop it up with every day, and you're telling him, yo bro, I want to make a clothing brand, I want to change my life, and he's telling you, oh nah man, don't believe all that stuff you see on social media, those people capping, they're just scamming gurus and shit like that, and he talks you out of making a business. Why would you take financial advice from someone that's either one, not where you want to be financially, or two, not doing better than you financially, right? So I would say don't take financial advice from people that haven't experienced what you've experienced or don't have the dreams and aspirations as you, right? A lot of people, the problem is that they can't dream big enough or they don't think it's possible. If you think it's possible, go after it, and don't let people that aren't doing better than you financially lead you away from doing anything you put your mind to. And for tip number 6, which is one of my most valuable tips I got, that learn is money is just a numbers game, right? Money was only made so they can still enslave Americans after slavery got taken away. Money is printed by the government and they can make as much as they want, but you'll do anything for it, right? Money over bitches, money over your homies, da-da-da-da, motherfuckers out here sacrificing people for money, you know what I mean? Money is just a numbers game, and money isn't real, right? Even though you need money for everything and money is great, money is not real. It is made by the government, and keep that in mind. When you're looking at your bank account and you see $100,000 in there, that's not even your money. While your money's in the bank, they're loaning that out, they're giving people loans on that, taking the interest on it, keeping the spare change, you know what I mean? So just keep in mind that money is a numbers game and that you're never gonna be satisfied. My problem was when I started entrepreneurship was like, okay, I wanna get to 10K a month and then I'll be satisfied. I wanna get to 100K a month, then I'll be satisfied. I wanna have my first $500,000 day, then I wanna be satisfied. And really, what I have tatted right here is comparison is the thief of joy. There is never no ending with money. No matter what, once you make $1 million, you're gonna wanna make another $1 million or another $2 million. I promise you, because it takes more money to make more money, right? So you can't live the same way you're living right now and make $1 million, $2 million a year, because there's gonna have to be systems in place and stuff that you do to make it make that much money, right? So I would just say is know that it's a numbers game and that it's never ending, and that it's gonna be something that you do from the start of your life to the end of your life, is trying to make money and set yourself up for financial freedom. Now, tip number 7 is stay humble. I know it's cliche, I know everyone says it, but it truly is one of the biggest tips. I've got so far and made so many connections with people even beyond my limits in ecom, just off being humble and not being too arrogant or too cocky to learn. Even me myself am still taking courses and learning stuff. I just took a course about Section 8 real estate the other day, so I'm even still learning, right? You can't go into it with an attitude like you know everything, and staying humble will definitely keep you in the game for longer. For instance, if you guys know, it's known facts, I make a decent amount of money. I don't ever wear crazy chains. This is like one of the only chains I ever wear. You know what I mean? I just got these, and I've been wanting some grills since I was like 12 years old, you know what I mean? So just staying humble and not living above your means just to impress people, you know what I mean? You don't gotta prove to other people you're rich. You don't gotta prove to other people you make money. That's one of my biggest circumstances I had when I was first making money, is that I was making it and I wanted to prove to other people that I was making it so bad. But once you start making enough money, it comes quietly. Like, you don't have to tell people you make money. They just know, or they can just tell, you know what I mean? So that's one thing I would do, is just stay humble and stay level-headed. And remember, it can be taken away from you as quick as you got it, right? So the reason I say that is God is going to give you everything that you've ever wanted and everything that you ever desired, and he's going to test you, and he's going to see if you can handle it. And if you can't handle it, he's going to take it away from you. And right? And the devil comes to you in everything that you've ever wanted. You know what I mean? The chains, the cars, the money, the fame. The devil's gonna come to you. He's not gonna come to you as a big red goblin. He's gonna come to you as everything you ever wanted. And God's gonna see if you can handle it. If you can handle it, maintain relationships, friendships, stay level-headed, and keep poised, then you'll prevail. If not, you lost. For tip 8, I'm gonna say your network is your net worth, right? So there's plenty of people that I see that I'll see online, and people will be like, oh, they're not doing the numbers they used to do, they fell off. The great thing is that if you have a good network and if you do good business with people, you can never fall off and you'll be here forever. And that's off building your network, right? So your network is the amount of people you know. And this is a true story. For instance, if I say, I want to do a super big collection for after Christmas, I want to do damn near $1 million in a day, I want an investor for my drop. The fact that I can pull out my phone and call the owner of Wallace Bank and get a meeting for that and get business funding, that's called network, right? That's called networking, right? Now, networking isn't just dick riding. What people think is that networking is just dick riding. You just go see someone that's doing better than you, dick ride them, and just hope y'all end up being cool. No, it's a fair exchange of values, right? So if I have a value, right, I can help people market, I can help people turn followers into dollars, right? I only have 160 something K on Instagram, and I make more than that a month, right? So if you can do that and you can make it a fair exchange between both of you guys, that's how you know that you have a connection with your networking, right? I would just say, go to high quality events where you meet people, have a skill that people actually want to learn from you or want to be around you, or just be a good person, you know what I mean, and offer something for them as just a good person. Just be regular, you know what I mean, and build your network for sure. And speaking of network, for tip number 9, my tip is gonna be create a high value digital product. Now, I just made a TikTok on this the other day, and I said that you need to be getting paid for your knowledge. My old stepmom always used to tell me the only thing they don't take from you when you go to the grave is what you've learned and what's up in here. The chains, the watches, the phones, the cars, all of that shit's gonna be gone and in somebody else's possession, but your knowledge is the only thing you'll have. And there's niches for knowledge in everything. For instance, I'm good at marketing and scaling businesses, so I have a community around it that pays me thousands of dollars a month to teach the knowledge that I've already learned. And it doesn't only have to be knowledge like that. For instance, let's say you took a piano class in 5th grade and you know how to play a bunch of songs and you know how to teach people. You can get paid, whether it's a personal trainer, a community, online, you can get paid just off teaching people what you already learned. So this is why I never automatically discredit someone when they speak about something just because they have a course, a community, or anything like that, is because you're supposed to be getting paid for your knowledge, and it takes time to learn these things, you know what I mean? If I go through trials and tribulations for 2 years and figure out how to run a business to a T and get all the great resources and stuff like that, it doesn't hurt to charge $75 a month for that knowledge that I've paid to go retrieve. So no matter what your knowledge is, make sure you go figure out what you're smart at and figure out how you can get paid off it, whether if that's online, social media, in person, whatever. And for tip number 10, my tip is gonna be learn how to create content at a high level. It's too many people that I see that I went to high school with or that I knew from back in the day that still can't take an Instagram picture, a reel, an IG story to save their life, right? So let me just tell you a couple things that's out. 0.5 pictures, like a full fit picture with 0.5 pictures, that shit's out. It's not cool. Like it's not good. You know what I'm saying? Like far pictures, even videos. You should be making sure your video is on 4K 60. You should add a grid onto your camera so that when you're recording, you can make sure everything is centered. I would go search up the rule of thirds and just search that up on TikTok, figure out what it is for your pictures, and I would take them like that. If you can create high value content, you will never get left behind, and content is only evolving the more AI is coming around, so you definitely don't want to get left behind and not know how to use social media or create content. So download CapCut, go try some videos, whether it's you're recording a fit of the day, a day in the life, go figure out how to throw a video into CapCut, splice it up, do a voiceover, and add some text. It'll help you in the long run, I promise you. And for one extra tip that I just had written down was learn how to invest and save. It doesn't matter how much money you make, if you can't save or manage it, you will blow it. It's happened to hundreds of thousands of people in the world of all time. So don't think you're any different. Learn how to invest, learn how to save, watch videos on it. Every video I've ever watched is on YouTube. Like I said, make sure you go watch some informational videos that are gonna actually help you and better you. So when it comes to investing, I use Robinhood. I have a couple other apps, because I know Robinhood isn't the best for investing. I also use Coinbase. I have Webull for back when I used to day trade. Or you can just download Swan if you're only trying to buy Bitcoin. But I like to use Robinhood just because it's the most simple looking for investing, and they have a good amount of dividends on there, ETFs that I like to invest in. I think M1 is a great high yield savings account. It has one of the highest percents that it returns back. And also they don't loan out your money. And for instance, the bank is only FDIC verified up to $250,000. M1 is up to like 3-4 million or something like that. So basically, if you have over $250,000 in your Chase account and you get hacked, it gets deleted or anything like that, they'll only compensate you up to $250,000. M1 will compensate you up to a couple $1,000,000. So M1 is a great app as well. And also QuickBooks is a great app that I like to use. Intuit QuickBooks, it'll show you your profit from the year, the loss of the year, how much you're spending. It'll show you different categories. For instance, come over here, Dylan. I'm not gonna show the video, but no, yeah, I'm not gonna show the video. I'm gonna show you. But as you can see, for these last couple of months, this is how much net profit it is, and income. As you can see. Yeah, as you can see, that's the income, and that's for the last 6 months, right? So it'll tell you all the details about your bank and everything. So make sure you guys download that. I appreciate you for tuning in for this video. Let me know if you guys want some more sit-down videos like this. I personally mess with them. I can get them out pretty quick and easy. Make sure you guys hit that sub button, like button. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying for clip pages. If you run a clip page and you get good views, we're hiring clip pages and we're sending out money. So make sure you tag me and clip up these videos. And yeah, appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Peace.